Hello and welcome to Audiotorium with Troy and Otis. Sans Otis. Otis is not here again today. Typical. He's never here, is he? And apart from that one time that I wasn't here, he's never here. He's probably got like diarrhea or something. He just texts me and he can't make it. But that's okay. He owes me a lot. He just owes me a lot. What a week it has been, ladies and gentlemen. We've had, finally, the marriage amendment bill thing. That thing. Where marriage equality. Everyone can get married now. Well, mostly everyone. If you're still over 18. Men and men, men and women, women and women. We can all get married now. Isn't that great, New Zealand? And I've got a wee snippet here from the I suppose you call it the court thing. Here it is.
Members, the ayes are 77, the noes are 44. I understand
How amazing is that? So, after they did the reading, everyone just burst into song and did that waiata. I think New Zealand's probably one of the only countries that take pride in that and really would do that. So I think it's only fitting, and I hope that you agree with me that we play this song up next. That was the weekly wrap-up, as short as it may be. Blame Otis. Katelyn will be joining us very soon. She's arriving in about 20 minutes. But yes, I think it's only fitting that we play this song next. Same Love by Macklemore. Ryan Lewis on Audiotorium. Stay tuned for the page of the week. The weekly... I was on the news stories from the week. We've got my top 10 of the town. We also have the tweets of the week. And more coming to you soon on Audiotorium, home of Troy, Otis and Katelyn.
It's the news!
The news of the week. That's right, it's the news of the week. Starting off with a very interesting story, New Zealand related. It is... I've just had a read of this then, actually. I've just had a wee chuckle to myself in that little break there. Title is Result for Operation Gummy Bear. So you would think that this would be about, well, obviously about gummy bears. But, okay, well, I'll read you the story and I won't tell you where it is. A trail of gummy bears led police to a theft. A woman called the police about 9:40 a.m. after her car was broken into in the central city. Inspector Vaughan Graham said the car was damaged, but all that was taken was a packet of gummy bears. The officers followed a trail of gummy bears to a nearby bus shelter, where a man who appeared to be intoxicated was asleep and surrounded by discarded gummy bears. And the man was charged with theft and willful damage and was due to appear in... the Auckland District Court. I bet you could have guessed that. Auckland. Always Auckland. Throwing out the old red gummy bears. You just imagine that. Just breaking into a car. 9:40 a.m. So it must have been like a really... This was reported... When was this? Did I say when this was? No, I'm guessing this was probably like a Thursday night kind of thing. He went to a bar. He's just... I hate my life. Drink. Passes out of the night. And then he goes out and he goes, what to do? What to do? I know, let's break into a car. Smash, breaks into the car. And every drunk man has a craving for gummy bears. He sees the packet sitting there, he goes, screw the car, feed your munchies, get the gummy bears. But he throws away like every third gummy bear. So all they have to do is follow the trail of gummy bears. Oh, I think he can be our honorary idiot of the week. And so, because Otis isn't here, we've got a duo for the news of the week for the first instalment. Just to make it more interesting, I want the show to be one of the best we've done, because then I can show Otis that I can do it. I can please an audience of Rolliston, just with my humour and my wits and my overall talent. Isn't that right, Rolliston? Yeah. Title of this news story is Most Daring Base Jump Through Mountain. I don't know if you saw this on the news last night, but there was a Batman, pretty much. A dude in like a windsuit, I think they're called. And he jumped out of a helicopter. I'll have a look where it was. It was in Spain. It was in Spain. He jumped out of a helicopter, and these suits allowed him to glide in the air. So he glided, and there's this hole, like a triangle hole in this mountain, like probably only 5 meters wide and about 10 meters tall. And he jumped out of this helicopter at really, really, really high and glided into this triangle hole through the mountain. And, I mean, the odds were against him. I mean, everyone thought he was going to splat into the mountain. It was just, his windsuit was going to break because it was up too high, get too much wind resistance. But he did it, and he got through this little hole. So, I mean, why? Surely there's more productive things you can be doing. He reached speeds of 250 kilometers an hour. Now that is faster than your average car. That's probably, if you're driving right now, and you're in Rolliston, you're probably going about 50 k's. Times that by however many you need to get to 250. And that's pretty fast, I'll tell you that. So that was our news of the week for this first instalment. Soon we will be joined by Katelyn Beer. She'll be delighting us with her presence. But until then, we will soldier on with the music without her and without Otis. And we will be back very soon after. So, it is now a return of a very famous segment on Audiotorium. One of my most favourite segment is the Did You Know Facts, where we, over 3 segments, we scatter out some really interesting facts that you probably don't know. Hence, Did You Know? So we'll kick it off. Did you know that a rat can last longer without water than a camel? It's interesting. Did you know your stomach has to produce a new layer of mucus every 2 weeks or it will digest itself? Yuck. Did you know that the dot above the letter I, when you draw I, you do the line, you do the dot is called a tittle. Did you know that a raisin dropped in a glass of fresh champagne will bounce up and down continuously from the bottom of the glass to the top of the glass? I did not know that, thank you very much. Did you know that a female ferret will die if it goes into heat and cannot find a mate? Don't know what that means. It goes into heat. Sounds a bit disgusting, to be honest. Did you know that chewing gum while peeling onions will keep you from crying? There we go. All your lonely housewives at home. Rolliston. Go get some chewing gum. Hubba Bubba? Oh no, that's pretty shit. Juicy fruit is my favourite. I wish they made long-lasting juicy fruit, because juicy fruit lasts like 3 seconds and flavour's gone. So it doesn't specify what kind of gum, so just choose your favourite. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Did you know that a 2 times 4... Oh man, so I'm skipping that one. Did you know during the chariot scene in Ben-Hur, haven't seen that movie, I'm skipping that one. Did you know on average 12 newborns will be given to the wrong parents daily? 12 babies Newborn babies are given to the wrong parents daily. Wow. And okay, we'll finish off with this one. It's quite interesting for all your people who think you know what Sherlock Holmes says. Did you know that Sherlock Holmes never said elementary, my dear Watson? Which is one of his most famous quotes. Turns out he didn't actually say it, so that's a bit awkward for all of you people who have been quoting him. I know my dad always does that. There's that show on, that new, what's it called, Sherlock Holmes show. And it's called Elementary. Every time it comes on, my dad goes, "Elementary, my dear Watson." Oh, you know, that's what Sherlock Holmes said. Yeah, he said that back in the day. Guess what, Dad? No, he didn't. Sherlock Holmes never said elementary, my dear Watson. So that's the first instalment of the Did You Know Facts. We'll be back soon. Katelyn Bear will be arriving in the studio very shortly. Otis has some deadly disease that he will be fighting, or some soccer game or something, a football, whatever you want to freaking call it, I don't know. But he unable to attend today. However, Katelyn will be back, as I mentioned. That was the first installment of Did You Know Facts. We will be back very soon. Auditorium, home of Troy and Otis. Anyway, news story. Title is Judge Finds Himself in Contempt. So basically, this judge in Michigan, I think it was. Yep, he was in his in the courtroom doing a case, and he was one of the rich ones. He's quite a rich judge because he had a smartphone. And if you put two and two together, you can see where this is going. He forgot to turn it off, and it went off during the courtroom when he was judging. Is that what you call it, judging? When he was being judge. And you know what would you think he would do? Would he just usually just say, "Whoops, sorry," put it on silent, put it back in his pocket? No, he didn't. He charged himself and paid $25 for the infraction. He charged himself because his own phone went off, and even went through and paid with it. Judge Raymond Voigt had a posted policy in Ionia County 648 District Court stating that electronic devices causing a disturbance during court sessions will result in the owner being fined. And so he stuck to his rules. That's very good. Good man, Judge. Not a hypocrite. He's a good man. On Friday afternoon local time, during a prosecutor's closing argument as part of a jury trial, Voigt's new smartphone began to emit sound. I love how they word this. It began to emit sounds requesting phone voice commands. Voigt said he thinks he bumped the phone, and the embarrassment likely left his face red. That is like, Mr. Judge, I plead that my client is not guilty. He did not commit this crime. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Just turn that off. We'll just hold this session up. I hereby charge myself with one count of disturbance. $23, $25. What a dick. He said, "I'm guessing I bumped it. It started talking really loudly, saying, 'I can't understand you. Say something like, Mom.'" What kind of voice command tells you that? Say something like Mom. Voigt has used a BlackBerry mobile phone for years, and he said he wasn't as familiar with the operation of the new touchscreen Windows-based phone. There you go. Windows phones, unpredictable when it comes to voice commands. He said, "That's an excuse, but I don't take those excuses from anyone else. I set the bar high because cell phones are a distraction, and there is very serious business going on." I would have to agree with you. There's like it doesn't really say what kind of trial he was judging. I said that word again. It sounds like he's like on X Factor, judging, but being judge. But if someone was getting charged on we won't go too high. We'll say bank robbery accusation, and someone's phone goes off, it's a distraction. It is, and I mean, I'm happy for that judge that he went through and charged himself. But I mean, he makes the rules. He could have easily slipped that one away. So I want you to text in if you've ever either done what the judge has done and gone through with your rules, and maybe it's ended badly for you because you didn't want to look like a hypocrite. Maybe you've told someone else off for doing this thing, and maybe you didn't want to seem like a hypocrite. Or, complete opposite, you've told someone to do something, then it's happened to you, and you've not done it because you're a hypocrite. Not because you're a hypocrite, but doing that made you a hypocrite. So text us in on 0204, so I'll repeat that again. 0204 RW88FM. That's 020479 8836. And if you text us and call this phone number and someone answers, can you please tell them to return our studio phone because it's gone missing? So abuse that number. Tell them to come and give our phone back because we can't take any calls or texts at the moment. But you can still message us in on the Facebook page telling us your story of either non-hypocritism or hypocritism. When have you either gone through with your rules or your antics just to prove a point that you're not a hypocrite, or done the complete opposite and just gone full hypocrite? Text us in. Or no, don't text us in. Call us, tell the guy to return our phone, but just give us a Facebook message. Katelyn will be back here soon.
Did someone steal it or something?
Someone stole our studio phone and
They're
not giving it back.
Why would you steal that anyway?
Yeah, no one's going to text you.
Exactly.
Unless it's going to be like, Nicki Minaj, please.
Yeah, what up? No, not gonna happen.
Please play this song. I'm not actually a DJ, I just stole this phone.
Exactly.
Anyway.
No point in it.
No point.
Anywho.
It is time for...
Page of the week. 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 Page of the week.
Get your page of the week.
Is it growing on you, Katelyn? Do you like it a little bit more than you did last time?
Yeah, you could say that.
Smile and weave.
Yep, pretty much. Just agree. Alright.
So, Katelyn, do you want to do the honours again?
Sure thing, if I can reach it. Okay.
Can you read that?
Not quite.
Okay,
you can do this one.
Okay, I'll do this one. This week's Page of the Week is probably relatable by most primary school kids who had access to books.
Yes.
And
very
comics and just a school library, because every school library has this book in it. And this week's Facebook Page of the Week is hating the kid in primary who circled hating the kid in primary who circled Wally in the Where's Wally books.
That'd be so annoying.
You'd be going through and you're like,
Where is it? Oh, there's a circle around
there's
him.
a circle.
There he is.
Oh, next page.
Where's the fun in that?
Next page. Hey, he's at the beach. Where's what?
Another circle around him. Like,
No, I bet it was the teachers. Just like,
ruins the
there's
fun
no
for
fun
everyone.
here. No fun in this school.
Teachers ruin every person's fun.
Oh, just why can't you let me have the one pleasure at the school, the boring school, of finding Wally?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, some people just can't win.
Exactly.
What
Life's
was
hard.
some of the other books? It was like it was Where's Wally?
Mm-hmm.
There was like Where's My Mummy? Did you read that one?
No, I only know
Read
Where's
that one.
Wally.
We were quite advanced. We read some Roald Dahl books.
Oh, very advanced.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
very
advanced.
smart.
We were some smart kids back then.
Smarticles?
Yeah. We read some Margaret Mayhew.
Oh, she's cool.
No one ever circled her face.
They'd be a little bit weird if they did.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, just don't know.
Anyway, this week's Page of the Week was hating the kid that circled Wally in the Where's Wally books.
Page of the week. 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 Page of the week.
Get your page of the week.
I think now it's another time for another round of Did You Know Facts.
Okay.
I started doing these this morning.
Far away.
So
This morning.
before you
Okay.
came.
Yeah, okay.
Did you know that because metal was scarce, the Oscars given out during World War II were made of wood? Like
Really?
the Oscars, like the
Like
awards.
the big Oscar winning award.
They were made of wood during World War II.
Wow, you might get some splinters in your hand.
Did you know that the number of possible ways of playing the first 4 moves per side in a game of chess is... I'm not going to say the number because I don't know what it is. 318-979-564-000. That's how many possible
I can't even
moves
read
there
that
are.
number. Wow.
It's a billion. It's 318,979,564,000.
Wow, that is a big number.
The first 4 moves. Did you know that there are no words in the dictionary that rhyme with orange, purple, and silver?
I knew the orange. I didn't know purple and silver, though.
Purple nurple. It's a nurple. That's probably not an actual word, though.
Are you trying to make fun of my accent, Troy? Rolling my R's. I don't really like it.
Yep, sorry. Did you know that the astronauts are not allowed to eat beans before they go into space because passing wind in a spacesuit damages them?
That was funny.
My wife gave me a tin of beans before I came here. Sorry, guys.
Isn't gonna be good, guys. Sorry.
Oh, no. Ripped the hole in my spacesuit.
Pretty much.
Oh, I'm going to bleed out and die. Not bleed out. No, you're going to bleed if you fart. You're going to probably get that checked out if you
go see a doctor.
You know, the very first bomb dropped by the Allies on... it's boring, I don't care. Oh no, it's quite interesting, I'll read it again. The first bomb dropped by the Allies on Berlin in World War II killed only 1 elephant in Berlin Zoo.
Wow. Alright then.
Do you know that Weatherman, the guy who reads the weather on the news, his name was Willard Scott, and he was the first Ronald McDonald.
Oh really?
He was
like
indeed.
ever?
Like ever.
That's so cool.
And he was a weatherman. Did you know if one places I can't read today. If one places a tiny amount of liquor on a scorpion, it will instantly go mad and sting itself to death.
Really? Wow.
You know what I find
crazy.
horrible about this is someone would have had to tested that out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's horrible.
It's gonna put some booze on a scorpion.
Would you like accidentally do it, or just like, wake up one day and just be like,
Well, if you see a
I'm gonna put
scorpion,
the
you're gonna
booze
try
in.
and kill it because I don't want it.
Yeah, but you don't want to be like, oh, I've got alcohol, I'll tip it on it. Like, you would think it wouldn't do anything.
Stares itself to
But
death.
anyway.
Did you know that Bruce Lee was so fast that they actually had to slow film down? I see what they did here when they wrote this. They put S-L-O-W, like slow the film down so you could see his moves. That's the opposite of the norm. Bruce Lee, he's like a karate dude.
Oh, okay.
They had to actually slow the film down because it was so fast. Usually they speed it up so it looks better. But yeah, and okay, we will... this is quite a good one. We'll end with this segment. We'll end this segment with this fact, and we'll be back with the last installment of Did You Know Facts later on. Did you know the original name for a butterfly was a flutterby?
Flutterby.
I sounded dyslexic then, but I actually was...
Flutterby.
The original name for a butterfly was a flutterby.
So every time I see a butterfly now, I'm like, hey, look, it's a flutterby, and everyone's just going to look at me weird. All good. All right.
And that was the very last... Not the very last. It was the very last Did You Know Fact for this segment. We'll be back with the last couple of those later. And now it is time for the most famous segment, and my favourite segment of Audiotorium. It is my top 10 tips of the town. Let's kick it off with number 1. We don't have any sexy music. Actually, if you just give me a moment, I might be able to find some, because I just had a brainwave. Probably wouldn't classify this as sexy, but I mean, I don't care. My segment, my rules. There you go. Right, here it is. There we go. That's good. Right, so the top 10. What are the top 10 things of the town? Whatever it is.
Whatever you call it.
Is on.
Yeah.
Things you probably didn't know that you could smell.
Okay.
Number 10, you can smell how old someone is.
Yes.
You're probably familiar with the idea that old people stink. Whether it's from first-hand experience or just general pop culture osmosis. Somewhere along the line, most of us begin to accept the concept of an old person's smell as a fact of life. And we're not wrong. In a study which rather sadistically placed pads under people's arms and then gave them to others to sniff,
oh my god!
Scientists found that the sniffers could reliably distinguish the odours of people over 75 from the odours of other people.
Wow, that's weird.
So you can tell how old someone is.
And some old people kind of smell the same, I reckon.
Some people do. So,
yeah.
Do you know that number 9 is you can wake yourself up with smell?
Really? How's that?
Since it's the world's most popular psychoactive drug, it's fairly safe to assume that most of us enjoy a cup of Joe every now and then. But according to one study, you may not actually have to drink it to get the necessary effects. You can smell a coffee. You can smell rats as well. No, I read that wrong.
Oh.
You cannot smell rats. Do not take... By studying the effects of coffee aroma on rats, scientists they found that the coffee smell makes the brain release proteins that will protect nerve cells from stress. So there you go. Number 8 is you can smell fear.
How?
Though it sounds like a movie tagline,
Yeah.
smell of fear. The ability to smell fear is something humans really did develop for defensive purposes. Not only can we learn to identify what fear smells like in other people, we will naturally become afraid ourselves after smelling it.
Wow, okay. Interesting.
This idea behind this ability is that humans, like all social animals, are strongest when acting as a group. If one person is so stunned by panic that he can't communicate his emotions, the stink of his terror, as well as his body language, will spread fear to the others in his or her group. Etc. You can smell fear. Okay, I'm just going to skip over these next two because probably not. I totally want to talk about them. Number 7, woman can smell when a man is horny. And number 6, men can smell when a woman is ovulating. Number 5.
Right, anyway.
You can smell a compatible sexual preference. So you can smell people that you would be attracted to. When you examine the findings from various studies about individuals' sexual preference towards different body odours, an interesting pattern occurs. Sexuality is actually detectable by odour.
Wow.
If a straight man is given the t-shirts of a combination of gay and straight men and women, he will consistently find the odour of the straight woman more pleasing than the odour of any other group. The same is true for gay men. They're probably more attracted to the smell of other gay men.
Obviously.
So, interesting. Number 4, you can smell from which direction an odour is coming from. Look at that photo.
Whoa, that's a wrong photo.
It's a dog with his nose up a man's crotch. We have the ability of a bloodhound, and we didn't even know it. Turns out that every human is born with the ability of egocentric localization. That's the ability to tell where the smell is coming from without even moving one's head. In exactly the same way people can pinpoint the origin of a sound. It's a skill all of us possess, but most of us don't know how to bother to hone it in or actually do it. So, we can smell... Yeah, we can smell
Most
which
things.
direction... When you think about it, you can kind of like... When someone does a fart, you can kind
You
of
can definitely smell
it's
that.
coming from that end, it's coming from Katelyn.
Yeah,
It's coming
no,
from
not try all the way.
Number 3, this is a weird one. You can smell how to do better on a test.
How? That smell doesn't have anything to do with the test.
Okay, here we go. So far, all these nasal tricks have been neat and perhaps unexpected, but not especially useful. Unless you want to pinpoint who farted.
Exactly.
So here's one that will actually improve your day, and you can use your nose to get better grades. You probably know that smell can trigger a flood of old memories. But what you may not know is that without a sense of smell, you may not be able to recall that memory at all. Turns out that olfactory perception, which is smell perception, is far more closely linked to memory than you realise. It stimulates both the ability to recall things and the ability to commit those things to memory. So say that you're in a room and you're in science, say, and you can just smell like eggs, and you learned heaps of stuff that day. Say in the test, there's a smell of eggs, and you remembered everything that you did that day because you remembered the smell and associated it with those memories.
Wow. Does that apply to everyone, or just some people?
Probably be some people that it doesn't apply to. So next time you study while rubbing yourself down with lavender oil, be sure to take the same lavender oil to test.
Okay.
Number 2, women can smell how sexy men are.
This is crazy.
Most of us has
I don't
heard...
think these are true.
We have to try them out. Most of us
Yeah.
have heard that facial symmetry is one of the most important factors in a person's level of attraction. But studies show that symmetry isn't just something we see, it's something we can also smell. In a study that once again involved smelling other people's dirty t-shirts, scientists found that women will rate the smell of symmetrical men as more attractive than of non-symmetrical men, even when they've never smelled, seen, or even met the man in question before. Basically, sexy people smell sexy, and so do their clothes.
Okay.
So
I must smell
I'm going to
pretty
give you
sexy.
men Otis's top when you smell them, and obviously
they
if
probably
you
won't
get
be sexy.
okay, I was going to say if
So
you smell
if I
my
give you
top,
my top, it smells sexy. Yeah.
it says men.
But
It doesn't say
Okay.
men can smell women sexy. It just says women can smell how sexy men are.
oh, okay, fair
So
enough.
men are
Then.
just like it smells like perfume.
Pretty much.
And number 1, the big number 1, you can smell how healthy your offspring will be. You can smell how healthy your baby will be. Humans consistently make their choice of sexual partner based on whether or not the other person's Major histocompatibility complex
Well done. Big word. Nice.
Yay, Troy.
Yay.
is different from their own. The major The major histocompatibility complex, or there's an acronym, MHC, are the molecules in the body that fight foreign invaders like germs and viruses. Choosing a mate with a different MHC than your own will improve your offspring's MHC, meaning that they will have stronger immune system and will be more resistant to disease. Women are more likely to be attracted to men who have a different MHC, and interestingly, it seems that the sense of smell is pretty much the only way to determine the capability.
Well, there's some pretty big words in there.
Yeah. So, the best piece of advice for young people looking for a serious partner: follow your smell, follow your nose, follow your nose.
Follow your smell instinct.
Yeah, because your nose can do a lot of things that you probably didn't know it could do.
Yeah. That's crazy stuff.
That was the 10 top tips. Oh, probably not top tips. What do you call them? 10 top things? 10 top things you probably didn't know? I don't know.
I'd say they're more facts as well. But you've already done
Top
facts.
10 facts.
Yeah.
What is call it? Troy's top 10. Troy's top 10. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
So that was another edition of the Troy's top 10.
That sounds cool.
We will be back. We'll be back soon with the tweets of the week. Have we done the last edition of the Did You Know Facts yet? No, we haven't. So we'll be doing that soon too. So stay tuned. The home of Troy, Otis, and Katelyn. But today we are minus Otis.
So it's just Troy and Katelyn.
It is. Today it's just Troy and Katelyn, which I think is working really well. Eh?
Yeah, it is. It's quite
I
cool,
mean,
actually.
you arrived at break time. I
That
did
was
the
perfect
first bit.
timing and
You're writing some sweet ass stuff down right now.
pretty much, and
And
it's all good.
I think we're just collaborating very well.
Yes. It's quite nice, actually.
And to bring us to this it's going so well. To bring
How many
us to
times
this,
have you stuffed up tonight, exactly?
well,
I haven't even been here an hour yet.
I've got to make up for Otis's.
Oh, okay. Understandable. Okay.
So, to further our collaboration quest, there we go. I made up for it.
There we go.
It is now time for the cool tweets. The Daily Munch.
The cool tweets.
It's the cool tweet. Cool tweet. Cool tweets. Yes, it is time for cool tweets. Probably one of my. I'm going to take. Let me say one of my favourite. Here we go. Don't need you, Otis. I've got the music here.
Sucker.
Right, so, not Instagram. Tweets of the week. The YOLO
And another one.
The YOLO The YOLO edition. Here we go.
There we go. All good.
It is the YOLO edition. Inspired by the Batman guy, the dude who did the jumping out of the tree thing. Not the tree. The helicopter. Oh my goodness. So, first tweet is by 6th grader. Decided not to double knot my shoes today. YOLO.
Oh, damn.
Badass.
Pretty much. Bit rebellious over here.
Second tweet is by... The music's kind of just changed a bit now. Listen to this.
What kind of music's that? Pretty groovy
It's Otis's music.
Of course.
Hopefully it builds up soon, because I can't really do cool tweets with this. It's not very cool.
It's a little bit slow. Yeah, right.
Anyway. Second cool tweet is by James KK. May I just point out this is a boy.
Okay.
Should have shaved my legs before my dentist appointment. YOLO.
Why would you need to shave your legs
Here we
for
go.
a dentist appointment?
It's the cool tweets. It's the cool tweets. Alright. Next one is by Donovan Strain. Currently chewing all 6 foot of bubble tape at once. YOLO.
Alrighty,
You know
you
that
stick
bubble
with that.
tape that used to get in that clippy thing? You're like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It was amazing.
It's
It
real
was like having a little
stuff.
roll, and it was like a circle container, and you flipped it open.
And it just keeps coming out, and you're like, oh,
Great.
good.
6 feet of it. This Donovan guy ate. And
Oh, that'll take your jaw after a while.
he's only living once.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, it'll get bigger and bigger. Like, Chewing would be a problem, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, you'd
It'd
be a real strong jawbone though.
Alright, now last tweet. I didn't write who it was by. My mistake.
Oh, well. Anonymous?
It's a guy in America, a high school student. Guys, we should all wear the same outfit again one day like the freshmen did last year to piss Miss Guado off. YOLO.
Just YOLO it, guys. Just go for it.
Okay,
You only live
two
once,
points about this. Why? And
Exactly.
second, why would the teacher get pissed off about that?
Exactly, like, it doesn't affect their learning in any way.
Exactly.
So, like, who knows?
And that was our
Americans
cool
these
tweets
days.
of the week. Tune in next week for some more.
Cool
But-
tweets.
Yeah, okay, we'll just... Miss Sarah Brightman. That's her name. Sarah Brightman. She wrote the song called Fleur de Mal. Is that song there? If you wanted to go home and do a googly search. Is that what it's called? Googly search?
We download.
We Google download. The first fact is, by raising your legs slowly and trying to lie on your back, you cannot sink into quicksand.
So that's a good life advice thingy there.
Yeah, don't, first of all, don't go into quicksand. It's probably
Exactly,
the main
that's
one.
good. But if you do, stick your leg up.
And try and lie on your back.
Yep.
Okay, this one's quite interesting. Celery has I'm not good today. It's just
Terrible.
sugar. I'm making me all hyperactive.
Blame it on the sugar.
Blame it on the sugar. Don't blame it on the protein. Don't
Mhm.
blame it on the
Moonlight.
moonlight.
Go with it. Blame it
just
on the
boogie. Celery has negative calories. It takes more calories to eat a piece of celery than the celery has in it to begin with.
Confusing stuff right there.
So I suppose that's good to eat celery.
I have no idea.
I suppose.
Maybe.
So Charlie Chaplin won third prize in a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest.
That sucks.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Like,
First of all, why did he enter?
because it's him.
And second of all, why didn't he win?
He should have come first over everyone else. Way ahead of them.
Okay, this is going for you because you're a dancer.
Okay.
An old law in Bellingham, Washington, made it illegal for women to take more than 3 steps backwards while dancing.
Really? Wow.
It's illegal to take more than 3 steps backwards.
But what if it's like in the dance routine and you have to step backwards? Then you can't.
You're not allowed to. It's illegal, apparently.
Wow, so if you do...
In jail for a few years.
Punishment. Shit. Wow. Wow.
Okay, a few more. Do you know bats always turn left when exiting a cave?
I did know that.
Okay,
I don't
well,
know how I
that's
knew
good.
that, but I did know that.
Men can read smaller print than women can. Women can hear better though. So that's why
good.
I can read this
In small
this
print.
thing here in small print. My facts are in small print, and you can hear better than me.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that.
What?
See what you did there.
I'm
Got a
funny.
comedian over here.
Did you know that 111111111 times 1111111 equals 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1?
Whoever had the time to work that out.
It was
Pretty
me
interesting,
in math
but-
class this morning.
Oh, this just got awkward.
Okay, Katelyn, a few question-based facts here for you.
Okay.
Half of all Americans live within 50 miles of what?
Fast food outlet.
Yes, and their birthplace.
Wow.
Half of all Americans live within 50 miles of where they were born.
Wow, so most of them don't move away, obviously.
Oh, they'd move away, but it's not very far.
Yeah, obviously.
If you were to spell out numbers, how far would you have to go until you would find the letter A? 1,000. You'd be going for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would
Well,
have taken me ages.
That's
to figure
one.
that out.
That's like 999 numbers
Mhm.
that.
Don't have the letter A in it.
Or if you count downwards, it's just negative, and that's negative's got an A in it.
Exactly.
So
Good
1
thinking. Yeah.
or half.
Yeah.
Doesn't say whole numbers,
Half.
does it? What do bulletproof vests, fire escapes, windshield wipers, and laser printers all have in common?
They protect you?
Laser printers,
I don't know what that is.
a printer,
Oh, a printer, just kidding.
window wipers.
I thought they were meaning vests. Okay, I'm tired. Just leave me alone.
They were all invented by women.
Yes, because women are smart.
All right then.
Smarter than men.
At least 75% of people who read this will try to lick their elbow.
Did you guys try and lick your elbow? Yeah, I caught you. Don't you
no,
worry.
they probably didn't because I didn't read out that fact. I forgot to read out that one.
Oh, I was just kidding. Just kidding, guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
rewind.
I'll take that back.
There was a fact.
Right.
It is impossible to lick your elbow. Did you know that, Katelyn?
Yes, I did know that. Unless you got
okay.
a really long tongue.
And then fast forward. 75% of people have heard that will try to lick their elbow.
So
I
you
did when I
guys-
read that out, didn't I? I tried.
Did.
You're like,
and I
what are
was
you
just
doing?
sitting there and I was like, what are you trying to do here, man? I bet you guys tried as well.
75% of people. That's me. You didn't, though, did you? Because you
No,
knew
I've
that.
already tried it though.
So that's
when I read
50%
it
of this. If Otis was here, he would have tried too.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
75%. Wouldn't it be? No, that'd be 100.
2/3, 66.66666%.
Smarticles over here. What are you? Big sigh.
Big sigh. Thanks for listening. You've been here with Troy and Katelyn. No,
Yeah.
Otis, because Otis has been a bit slack.
Exactly.
Was he got like diarrhea or something? Oh no, he's got
Yuck.
football. That's right.
Oh, right.
But he does have bad
Can't
case of
assume
diarrhea.
things.
Woman, any woman out there, he's got diarrhea.
Yeah, can we stop
Don't
talking
go
about
there.
this now? Oh, yuck. That's disgusting.
Anyway, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with some more